Everybody, Steve Bentley here, and I am so sorry. This video might be a little late for some people. If you have a scale in your house, there's a really good opportunity here to just put it away for a little while, and here's why. You're going to be tempted to jump on that darn thing, and it is probably the worst indicator of how well you're doing on this program. I would so much rather you just go by how do you feel. Think about all the reasons that you're doing this. Why are you trying to break that connection to sugar? Why are you trying to rework the things that you're doing? The fat loss that you're hoping to experience, if that's you, is a side benefit. It's going to be one of those things that happen when you get everything else back on track. Okay? That's so important to understand. How you feel when you get into ketosis, that mental clarity, the ability to go through the day without being hungry, better energy flow, so you're not on this peak and valley of energy because you're relying on sugar all the time. Thinking you're hypoglycemic, which you're not hypoglycemic, you just suck at accessing fat for fuel. Getting your body back on track, pulling it away from accessing sugar for fuel, the health benefits, the energy, the mood, the mental clarity, all those things are awesome reasons why you're doing this. The fat that you're hoping to get rid of is there because of all the other things that you're doing that are causing those other health issues. The fat's kind of like an indicator that your body's not in balance, and it's there as a buffering system. So focus on the other things. Focus on getting fat adapted. Focus on teaching your body how to access fat for fuel on a more consistent basis. The fat will come off. But if you hop on the scale, here's what you're going to see. And I don't even care if you've got one of those body fat scales. That's not actually measuring body fat. What it's measuring is the time it takes for that current to go through your body. It's measuring the resistance, the amount of current that you're getting from one foot through your body to the other. That's why you have to do it with bare feet. It's putting a low voltage current through your body. It's measuring that, it's measuring the current, and then it's punching it into an equation. Remember when you set up that scale, it asked you for a couple things. How tall are you? How old are you? And it might even have asked, are you athletic or not? Because it has to figure out what equation to punch your number into. So it's going to take your weight and your hydration, which affects, or your current reading, which is affected by hydration. So you could be the exact same weight one day, but you're a lot more dehydrated. So you're heavier, but not from water. Right? So you weigh the same, but it's not from water. You're going to get a completely different body fat reading. The body fat reading that you're getting on that scale is so inaccurate. If you want to do it for a trend, hey, this week I was this percentage. 2 weeks from now, I do it again and I'm that percentage. That's maybe a little bit more accurate. But here's the things that scale is measuring. And everybody likes to think it's fat. And you admit that there's other things that it's measuring because you're not all fat. Right? But you don't think about that when the scale's going up, right? I want you to understand this. Stay off the damn scale. Because it's also measuring muscle. And when you get better quality protein that's more bioavailable, and on this program, you're going to have 50% of all your protein coming in from our shakes. That's a better quality of protein. You're going to get more out of that, and you're going to build better muscle. That's going to add weight to that scale. What else is going to be there? Cellular hydration, blood volume. As you hydrate, which you should be doing, and getting better minerals into your body so you can put more hydration into your cells, you're going to weigh more. That's needed for better metabolic functioning. You want that. What are some of the other things that scale's measuring? Water retention, so that extracellular water that you don't really want, bloat. If you're a woman, and most of you are on this group, you're going to have effects from your monthly period and your cycle. Regardless of whether that happened a long time ago or not, your body is going to react and it's going to store water. Does that mean it's fat? No. You have no idea what that pound that gained on the scale is. Could it be fat? Highly unlikely, right? It's probably muscle. It's probably hydration. Here's some other things that it could be. Pee. You've got urine that you're generating in your system. I don't know about you, but I don't measure every ounce of something that goes into my body, every ounce of respired air volume with hydration and moisture in it, and I sure as heck don't measure the pee and the poo that comes out of my body. I am not measuring that, so I don't know what came in and what's going out and what's still in there. You don't either. You got urine, you got fecal matter. Those are things that are in there. bone density. As you get stronger and healthier, your bones are going to get dense. They're going to weigh more. Now, admittedly, that's not a big one. That's maybe half a pound over a period of time, but it's still there. It's just to give you an idea, there's all these things that are going on in that scale that you have no idea about when you hop on and you start freaking out because you don't like the number, right? Try this next time. Weigh yourself and then hop in a bathtub and sit in there for half an hour and then weigh yourself again when you get out of the bathtub. Assuming the water's not too hot and causing you to sweat too much, you're probably going to gain a couple of pounds of water absorbed into your skin because your skin is the largest organ in your body. It's absorbing water all the time. You put cream on, it absorbs in. You put water around your body for a while, you're going to absorb that water. You're going to weigh more. Here's a big thing that a lot of people don't really get, and it's glycogen storage. So if you're in here, you're on isogenics, you've done cleansing days, and you've probably commiserated because you were a pound or two down on a cleansing day, and then you start eating again, and now all of a sudden you're a pound or two up. Well, first of all, you got urine and fecal matter on there, but I want you to also think about glycogen storage. That's another component that you're weighing on the scale. So imagine you got a car, and the car is full, and the weight of that car with a full gas tank is, let's say, 2,000 pounds. I have no idea how much cars weigh, but let's just assume it's 2,000 pounds. And a gallon of gas weighs about 10 pounds. A gallon of anything weighs about 10 pounds. So if I've got 13 gallons in that tank and I run it until it's empty, 13 times 10 is 130 pounds. That car doesn't weigh 2,000 pounds anymore. The tank is empty. It only weighs, I suck at math, 1,870 pounds. When you go back to the gas station and you fill the tank back up again, you're putting fuel back in the tank. It's like glycogen back in your muscles. When you refuel, and I know you're on a keto program and your carbs are low, you're still putting glycogen back in your system. When you do that, you're adding fuel back to the tank. You're pumping up the glycogen storage in that muscle. For women, it's about 2,000 calories, right? And for guys, it's about 2,500 calories. So there's weight to that, and that works out to be about a pound or two. So when you put that fuel back in your muscles, it's like filling the gas tank back up again, and now the car weighs 2,000 pounds again. So what percentage of fuel do you have in your muscles and your liver? You don't know. So hopping on the scale is irrelevant information. Don't do it. You can measure yourself, but there's this concept called, I don't even know what it's called, but I'm just going to tell you where to go to find a great video on it. If you haven't seen it yet, go to YouTube and just type in Nurse Cindy water balloons and fat loss, if you want to add that on. And you're going to see this lady talk about the concept of your body burning fat, but that fat cell maintaining its integrity because it doesn't think you're serious about getting rid of the fat. And it's going to maintain the size and shape of that fat cell by pulling water into it to hold it there for when you need to, again, for storing fat. So it will burn the fat up. It will replace it with water. You're maintaining your weight. You're also maintaining your size. So if your inches aren't going down, notice how I didn't say get rid of the scale, measure yourself instead, because that's also going to be an issue. How do you feel? That is so much more important in this whole equation. You can go get a blood ketone monitor and measure ketones. I think that's more important for later when you're trying to decide what amount of carbs can I get away with eating on an ongoing basis, but still stay in this state of ketosis if that's what you want. But really right now, just follow the darn program. Trust it. Go with how you feel. If you feel great, awesome, right? If you've got tons of energy, and you think, maybe I'm eating a little bit too much, great, knock it down 100 calories. Rework your macros, go there. If you start to get tired, right, maybe you need to up it a couple 100 calories or so. But go with how you feel. How's your mental state? How's your focus? How's your energy? How do you sleep? Your moods, all those things. Do you feel like you're losing weight and leaning out and looking differently? If you don't and you're tired, add a bit of calories to your intake. If you don't feel like you're on point, but you've got lots of energy, but maybe everything else isn't there, maybe drop your calories a little bit. But stay off the scale. It's really not helping you. And if you're a scale hawk, it's going to pull you back and defeat you before you even get started. And here's the other thing that I'll end on. cheer people on, even if you're not getting great results, because there's a certain number of people who are going to drop weight really quickly on this program. It's just where they're at. And there's other people who aren't. Maybe they're holding on to that water and they're going to get that whoosh effect eventually that Nurse Cindy's going to talk about when you watch that video. But cheer people on. Don't be competitive against other people. Be competitive against yourself. Where were you last week? Are you better now? Awesome. That's great. Keep going. If somebody else is getting better results than you, welcome to life. That's the way things work. There's going to be other things you're going to kick other people's butts on, and you're going to get your butt kicked in other things. That's just how things go. So cheer people on. Be grateful that you're here. Be grateful that you're getting results and you've got a program that's working for people and is going to work for you. So stay on point, have fun, be intentional with what you want to do and where you want to go, and I guarantee it's going to improve and you're going to get better results and you're going to start to feel better and better and better. But just stay on point, let the process work, cheer people on, ask questions if you've got them, and answer them if you've got answers that you think people can help benefit from. Have a great day and an awesome week and weekend, and keep up the great work. Bye.